Hello, everyone, and welcome to the third iteration of the Kansas State Student Officials Basketball Training Tape. A reminder of our points of emphasis for this season and all of our educational efforts moving forward. When refereeing, be detail-oriented. Always know shot clock status if you work with shot clocks, game clock status, fouls, both personal and team fouls, knowing when we are in the bonus, knowing the correct throwing spots and the correct resumption of play procedures. Being detail oriented and doing everything you do with confidence and being an excellent communicator will help you run the game. Always referee your defender. Be disciplined to only pass judgments on plays involving your defender, and be disciplined to trust your partners to referee their defenders adequately. Lastly, and most importantly, work hard to obtain and maintain open looks, and have the discipline to only pass judgment on plays involving your defender in which you have maintained an open look. For this particular training tape, we'll be focusing on crash plays and offense-initiated contact. For crash plays, as always, we must know the legality of the defender. We're being disciplined and refereeing only our defender. It is our primary. We should be prepared to pass judgment and have a primary whistle unless the drive or the crash is involved in the drive towards the basket. If this is the case, we will referee primary defender, but secondary whistle, and allow lead first crack, as it is only habitual for the lead to blow on plays going towards the rim. The play involves a secondary defender. The lead should be the only person refereeing that play, as the lead should be refereeing the secondary defenders, especially on drives towards the rim. Be prepared to help in case the lead is straight line, but also know that secondary defenders belong to the lead. When deeming whether a crash is a block or a player control, the simplicity of it is, if a defender is not in legal guarding position or has done something to leave legal guarding position, it is a blocking foul. If we have a legal defender, somebody who is facing their opponent with feet inbounds on the ground to obtain and maintains that legal position, and there's significant displacement caused by contact by the offense, then we have a player control. The phrase to and through will help us make judgments on player control or team control fouls. Let's look at our first play. In this particular play, our crew does an excellent job of hustling to the front court and getting into position to referee as the offense develops in the front court. Notice they are mostly settled in their dependable initial positions before the offense truly develops. Our slot official and our trail official are both working the primary matchup on this dribble drive. After the dribbler beats his primary defender, the most threatening defender to this player is now a secondary defender near the restricted area. Keep in mind, in high school, this is not something we need to worry about. But in collegiate basketball, we should be aware of the defender's feet as it pertains to the restricted area of all times when they are a secondary defender. This defender is able to obtain and maintain legal guarding position outside the restricted area, and the offensive player drives to and through the torso of the legally positioned defender, correctly ruled a player control by our lead official. Let's look at a second play. On this particular play, if you paid attention throughout the reporting process, it was evident that the team who the foul was actually called against was initially unsure what the ruling on the court was. Whenever we have a play like this, we need to make sure that our mechanics are strong and confident and adequately communicate what we are ruling so that there is no confusion. This aids in running the game. Secondly, when you watch this play through one more time, watch the secondary defender and how that secondary defender falls to the court. In your opinion, is this a legal defender? And if so, is the offense going to and through a legally positioned defender? In my opinion, it appears as though a defender may be late, also may be legal. More importantly, there is minimal contact created by the offense, and the defender sits straight down, embellishing the contact that does occur. On plays to the rim like this, we need to be patient and process the entirety of the play and not react to somebody falling to the ground like this. This offensive foul not only punishes the offensive player who passes the ball, but takes an easy lay-in off the board. Something to keep in mind that may factor into this incorrect ruling. Our lead official is very narrow and not at the width of the ball in his positioning. He is also completely parallel to the end line, which closes off his vision to the secondary defender. Though the quality is difficult to tell, it appears as though the lead is refereeing the drive in the primary defender all the way until the crash in the lane. This causes him to be surprised by the contact and the embellishment and to make a rash decision. Be disciplined, work on initial position, and always be dependable position to referee your defenders. Our next sequence is about offense-initiated contact. Again, we must know the legality of the defender. Have the discipline to only referee your defender. These plays involve legal defenders and no or little displacement. The correct ruling on these plays would be a no call. When refereeing offense-initiated contact, we must ask ourselves, what did the defense do wrong? There's a lot going on in this play, and it looks ugly. However, this is correctly ruled a no call by our lead official. We have a slot side drive, initially worked by our slot official. Once that defender is beat, the most threatening defender to this particular dribbler is the secondary defender inside the restricted area in the lane. Though he is in the restricted area, that defender does jump and maintains verticality while absorbing the offense-initiated contact. This makes him a legal defender and erases the restricted area from being a problem during this play. This is a well-officiated play as our slot official stays engaged to the primary defender and our lead official referees the secondary defender and correctly rules no foul on the play as the offense initiates all contact on a legal defender. And now our final play. Again, a play that looks very ugly, but there is no foul. Number 10 is attempting to beat the primary defender by performing a jump stop towards his inside. Once he does this, he runs into a legally positioned defender and loses his balance on his own accord, also losing the ball in the process. The legally positioned defender grabs the ball and puts his team in transition towards offense. The trail official does a good job staying engaged to his defender, the primary defender that initially gets beat, and not guessing on what looks like ugly contact involving the secondary defender because he has a stacked look. A reminder of our points of emphasis as we move forward with our educational efforts. Always be detail-oriented, do what you can to run the game and leave no doubt. Be disciplined to referee your defender, and only pass judgment on plays where you have worked hard to obtain and maintain open looks involving your defender. If you have any requests for types of plays you would like to see covered in future training tapes, feel free to reach out to me.